And here we are back again, Drums Along the Mohawk. What a classic that is. It was a book, it was a movie, and now it's an outdoor drama, and they do it, they've done it before. You've done this before, right? Have you been in it before?
I have not, no.
You have not, Lisa?
This is my first year.
Okay. And
I was in the first, and Kyle lured me back by making me an offer I couldn't refuse.
okay.
He said,
Kyle Jenks is the founder, and
he said, you can sing about it as much as you want.
you're going to sing right now.
Yes.
He said he's going to sing a song. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, good. No
very good.
surprises.
No
Go ahead.
This song summarizes the play in 7 verses. Flintlock-toting soldier, come along, we say. Shoulder up, old Bessie, and join our outdoor play. Drums along the Mohawk is what we're gonna do. It's got a little romance and some fighting too. Mr. Gilbert Martin took Lana for his wife. They moved out to Deerfield to start a brand new life. Then came the revolution, they had to change their plan. And Mr. Gilbert Martin became a fighting man. Lana went to work at old McClenner's farm. That feisty Irish widder kept Lana safe from harm. And so the war continued, it lasted several years. There were days of glory, there were trials and tears. Mr. Gilbert Martin did survive the fray. He came home to Lana, it was a sunny day. Then one day they hung up Old Glory on the pole. The war was finally over, the nation was made whole. So ends my little story, I've got no more to say. If you want more detail, please come and see our play.
John Reheuser, right? And he is playing Colonel Cox. Now, he doesn't play 13 parts like our last character did. He only plays 2.
Only 2.
But he's got them down pat, right? Good. Next to him is Melody Kruger. And then next to her is the widder, the old widder, right?
Yes, the widder McClenner.
Yeah. And is this your first time in this play?
For me it is, yes.
Okay, Melody?
Oh yeah, this is my first time too. He's our veteran.
Veteran, good. And where is the play being held? So that everybody knows where to go, and then we'll talk a little bit about the play.
Galveston Castle is in Mohawk, New York, which is right across the river from the city of Herkimer. I believe that Herkimer is an exit on the thruway, so
It's,
I think there
it's
is,
exit 30.
there is, yeah.
yeah. I think you know a little more about where it is than I do.
Well, it's you take I-90 west, and you're gonna get off right at exit 30, and it's really not too far from there.
No, because we're at exit 25, 26, and that, yeah. So 30 isn't very far.
No.
And then at this Galveston, this is going to be outside, is that correct?
Yes.
And what if it rains, or what are your? Tell me a little bit more, because people like to know what should they prepare for. Is it indoors? It's outdoors.
It
right?
is outdoors. It is bring your own seating. It is also please prepare for sun, rain, and bugs.
Okay.
Because we
there
are an
bugs.
outdoor drama.
It's summer. Hey, it's summer.
It happens.
Yeah.
There are extras.
Okay.
The bugs.
They're your extras.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you need them. I imagine during Drums Along the Mohawk, I bet they had.
I'm sure they did.
Sure they did. Yeah.
Yeah. And what? How long is the play?
Oh, it's running maybe an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would this be good to bring kids to if you want them to learn a little bit about history? And
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And what is your character, Melody?
I play Mrs. Maria Herkimer. I'm General Herkimer's very young wife.
So was Herkimer named after your family?
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Stay in character.
Right, yes. Yes, it was.
And tell me about the family there. what trials and tribulations? Because John was just talking about trials and tribulations.
Ooh, well, I don't want to say too much, but there is an injury in the play of one of our main characters, and you have to come see what happens to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the widow, what's with the widow?
Oh, the widow McLennar. I was married to Captain Barnabas McLennar. Oh, what a wonderful man he was. But he has since passed, and so I'm all alone, and I need a man, and that's where Gil comes in. Someone to help me care for my farm.
And are you lucky? Did you get lucky?
No, he brings along with him Lana. But she sews for me, and she cooks, and she does lots of things like care for my
Cares
chickens.
for the chickens. She's very excited about those chickens.
Yes, she is. She does like the chickens.
And John, who's Colonel Cox?
I just want to say one thing first. I might want to add that the talented Mrs. McLennar sings for us at the end of the play.
Yes.
Ah.
That you'll have to come and see if you want to hear Mrs. McLennar sing.
Okay. So who's Colonel Cox?
Colonel Cox.
Is he a Brit?
Colonel Cox is a colonial. He's
A colonial, okay.
He's a very arrogant fellow who needles General Herkimer into fighting before they should have gone to fight, and he gets his just desserts. As soon as they walk into the battlefield, Colonel Cox is shot.
Talk about method acting.
Wait a minute, we don't want too much method acting there. No, we need you around.
And since my character is gone that early in the play, I'm being utilized to play General Arnold at the end of the play.
Would that be Benedict?
Yeah,
That would be Benedict Arnold.
that's the strange part. People don't have negative ideas about Benedict Arnold, but up to a certain point, he was very supportive of the colonial cause.
And this is going to show that then.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting part is that we're talking about where it's being performed in Mohawk. And the fact is that some of the battles did go on in that area.
Yes, they did.
So it's kind of like bringing it back home again.
It's very close to the area where the story is set. It mentions the story mentions places like German Flats and Deerfield and
German Flats is just down the hill.
Yes, that's how close it is to the actual events.
Isn't that amazing? I mean,
Perfect.
it must be. There's got to be a way of relating to that when you perform. How long have you been acting, Lisa?
I actually started acting when I was in high school.
Okay.
And
You got your accent down good.
I worked hard on that. I put it down when I became a wife and a mother, and my daughter is a theater major, and she got me involved.
I'm so glad she did, because you just are delightful.
I am too. It's
Yeah,
been
it
quite.
looks like you're having fun with that part.
I am.
She's
I am.
great.
And what I found out was when Kyle asked me to do an Irish accent, there are 32 different dialects. So I'm like, pick one. And he was like, no, you pick one. So I chose a voice coach and I
Are
stayed.
you kidding? There are 31 different dialects?
32.
32. They all sound the same to me.
Well, they- There are
I
some
shouldn't say that.
differences.
But you know, I think of Irish and I just think there's just one.
Well, that's what I thought as well. Or at least two, maybe north and south.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah, 32 different when I started looking. So I picked one voice actor and stayed with him and listened to him constantly so I can.
So many
And
monologues
you can go
about
to the
Allison.
library and actually get
Yes.
discs too that will help.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
Get that sound down. Do you do any dialects or you just do your
No,
thing?
I don't. I've gotten very lucky because theoretically Maria should be using a German accent. I told him right at the beginning, I can't. I tried.
I mean, there
it's
you go.
bad.
I
You
can't
don't
do it.
want to hear that.
Yeah, and
But,
German is a little bit tough too to get that.
I
but-
do
Very
not
guttural.
think it is so
Very.
difficult to do. I have done it from time to time.
There you go.
You are
There
amazing.
we are.
Why don't you just have him stand behind you and you just move your mouth? And
That's it. Well, what we'll do is we'll take up Murder for Two's theory and we'll just have John do all the parts. It'll be great.
well, let's hope that it doesn't come to doing all the parts at the same time.
But I am not as pretty as Maria.
Yeah.
Well,
Nowhere near.
How many are in the play?
I think there's 9 of us altogether.
9. Okay, good. And of course he plays 2 parts. We want to tell you that you can see it for only 2 weekends because this is just only a short run. And it's August 1st or 2nd or the 8th or 9th. And this is on Saturday, Sunday?
Yes,
Is
yes.
it? Good.
First 2 weekends.
And there is a charge to see it, just to let everybody know. It's not a free event because some events are free on there. But I'm sure that they have to pay a lot of people to make this happen. So we want to make sure that you are able to drive over there on a beautiful summer day. What would be better than driving a little bit west, getting into an environment where things really did happen?
And it really is a beautiful estate up there. But the views are amazing.
And is there food there? Is there a restaurant nearby? Or because sometimes people want to, or should they bring their own food?
I don't think there's a restaurant.
There's restaurants in the
carry-in.
town of Herkimer.
Okay.
Other than that, we do have a carry-in, carry-out policy, and I believe that our groundskeeper's going to be selling a little bit.
Okay, good. So it's carry in, carry out. So if you bring your own food, you got to take all those wrappers. Don't be a litter bug, right?
There are signs all over the property, too, that say, don't be a litter bug. So you will have constant reminder.
Constant reminder. Drums Along the Mohawk, it's an annual event. Please check it out. It's been at Gelston Castle before. We hope that you'll take an opportunity to get a little bit of history and see it in the setting where it really happened. Thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
You all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Good to
once
see
again,
you, John.
Ann.
Thanks for your song. And here we are back again. Drums Along the Mohawk. What a classic that is. It was a book. It was a movie. And now it's an outdoor drama, and they do it. They've done it before. You've done this before, right?
Ooh, it's got a little romance and some fighting too. Mr. Gilbert Martin took Lana for his wife. They moved out to Deerfield to start as much as you want.
And you're going to sing right now.
Yes.
He said he's going to sing a song. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, good. No
very good.
surprises. Go ahead.
This song summarizes the play in 7 verses. Flintlock totin' so.
Have you been in it before?
I have not, no.
You have not, Lisa.
This is my first
okay.
year.
Okay. And
I was in the first, and Kyle lured me back by making me an offer I couldn't refuse.
okay.
He said,
Kyle Jenks is the founder, and
He said, you can sing about it. Soldier, come along, we say. Shoulder up, all Bessie, and join our outdoor play. Drums along the Mohawk is what we're gonna do.